I have this thing that, imagine, compassionate capitalism. Is there such a thing? Could there be such a thing?
Well, it's the most compassionate system I know, by definition.
Your definition being coming from the 1%. Now, I have no problem with you having money. The problem is there's those who are destitute and discontent with their lot in life.
Right, but what is the solution? How if you don't have money now, how are you going to get it? And how do people that have money, in a capitalist society where, people are free to spend their money where they want. Let me finish 1 second. The way a capitalist gets rich is to figure out what the consumers want and give it to them, and do it at a less expensive price, at a better quality. So the way a capitalist gets rich is by enriching everybody else.
Okay, so that's what you have to say as part of the 1%. Again, I have no problem with you having a lot of money and you having something to give, and you getting what you deserve from your labors and your endeavors.
And what is your?
But my thing is, if you make 100 million, imagine how many jobs could be created if you just made 50 million.
Well,
listen, now, when I say compassionate capitalism, I'm talking about this. People who make allowances for those who have not.
But what you're forgetting is, if I make 100 million, I had to create a lot of jobs to make that money. That's the point. When the capitalist is making money,
there's a thing called greed, and the problem with
we all greedy. Everybody.
No, we're not.
Well,
you cannot say that we're all greedy.
Oh.
You cannot.
Well, don't you want things
greedy.
for yourself? You don't want more. You don't want better things for yourself.
We
better
all
life?
do, and that's the problem.
Right.
Some of us are simple people. We just want a place to live. We just want some food in our refrigerator.
And capitalism,
we just want to take care of our kids.
Capitalism is the best way to get those things. I mean, you're standing here. You're not naked. You have clothes on. The people that made those clothes did it to make a profit. And to make a profit, they had to make clothes that you can afford. Capitalism is why we have food.
It's why I didn't get these clothes for free.
But somebody made them. Somebody had to produce them.
Listen, my friend, you need to open your mind.
It is
open. Understand that all these people are not in this park because of your perspective.
So you're saying capitalism is the only way to produce things.
Right. Well,
do you think that socialism is wrong?
It is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. But first, I employ 150 people. Hold on. I employ 150 people. Right. I've created those jobs. How many jobs did you create? How many people did you employ?
How much money have I given you?
But you haven't given me anything. But my point is, I've created 150 jobs. I'm writing paychecks every week.
I haven't given you anything.
What do you?
Everybody in this park has contributed to your fat ass bank account.
How do you figure?
In one way, shape, form, or fashion.
How do you figure that?
You know something? You need to open up your mind.
Were the people in this park? Were the people in this park working 20-hour days, or when I started my company in my one-bedroom apartment? Were they there? No, they weren't.
I'm quite sure they have been.
Who?
I'm quite sure that
people are young,
there's other people that you need to
speak
to.
But how are you going to get jobs unless you have capitalists that are going to employ you?
You need to open up the avenue of your mind to understand other perspectives.
And just so you know, how much of my total income right now do you think the government takes every year from me? How much do you think?
Listen,
but just guess.
I'm oblivious.
But give me a guess.
But there's other people that need to.
Does anybody here want to guess what percentage of my income the government takes from me right now?
Why we're here?
That's pretty close.
We don't play a guessing game. We have data.
Yeah.
Give us your data.
No, but the government takes.
How much do you make?
Doesn't matter what I make. The government takes half of it.
We
every dollar I earn, I get to spend 45 cents. The government spends 55 cents. So the government's already taken more than half my money. I don't know how much more.
So where do you stand concerning our?
I don't lobby anybody.
Where do you stand concerning our plight?
I feel for your plight. I wish that we had a more vibrant economy. The problem is the government is taxing and regulating the economy to death. The government is not letting capitalism work. You guys are protesting all the bailouts on Wall Street. I was with you. I was against the bailouts even before they were proposed. I knew these banks were going to fail. I wanted them to fail. I didn't want the government to bail them out. That's not capitalism. Capitalism would have let the banks fail. A lot of people on Wall Street would have lost their jobs if we had capitalism. Instead,
the United States if that happened?
It would have been in better shape. We would have taken the medicine.
The world economy would have survive?
Without the government bailouts, absolutely. The economy is in trouble because the government